Lie number 81, serving Christ will make you closer to Him. That's the idea that is so prevalent in the evangelical church world, that if we serve Christ more zealously, more faithfully, it'll cause us to be closer to Him. But it is a lie. In fact, I'm going to make a statement that could be startling to you. Service might cause you to become distracted from Jesus. Serving Christ can become a cheap substitute for intimacy with Christ. The idea that serving Christ will make you closer to Him, that is a lie. First of all, you can't get any closer than being in union with somebody else. And you and I are in union with Jesus. I've covered that in other teachings I've done. But let me read you a passage of Scripture out of Luke chapter 10. You know the story about Mary and Martha, and when Jesus was in their home and Martha was cleaning and preparing and doing all these things while Mary was there at the feet of Jesus. There's a particular verse that I want to call your attention to. It's in Luke chapter 10 and in verse 40. Now I'm reading from the New American Standard Version of the Bible. Look at it in your own Bible. This was shocking when I first saw it. Luke chapter 10 verse 40. It says, Martha was distracted with all her preparations. The King James Version says she was distracted with much service. Now, here's a question. What was Martha distracted from? Or, to be more specific, who was Martha distracted from? She was distracted from Jesus, of course. Now, what was it that caused her to be distracted? It was serving Jesus. Look at it in your own Bible. Luke chapter 10, verse 40. Martha was distracted with all her preparations, or the King James says, with much service. You see, the idea that serving Christ will cause you to be closer to Him, that's a lie that once again will put you on that performance-based treadmill. The enemy wants you to focus on anything other than Jesus, even if it's serving Jesus. But the reality is, when we stop focusing on Jesus and our entire focus is on serving Jesus, we're no longer serving Him. That's the irony of it. All we're doing is dead religious works. What Paul called in Corinthians, wood, hay, and stubble. It has no eternal value. So the teaching then that serving Christ will cause you to be closer to Him, that is not true. As we experience the reality of our union with Christ and we understand that He is our very life, service becomes the natural overflow of that abiding relationship that we have to Him. So don't focus on serving Christ. Focus on Christ. And as you focus on Him, service will be the natural outgrowth of that intimacy you share with Him. Now that's a truth that will set you free in your grace walk.